Okay. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to make a review of my eighth book. It is called Le coeur des fileuses and it is by Aurélie Haderlé. Well, I am on holidays in southern France in the village Le Priou, which is very near Montpellier and Béziers, and I wanted a change, so I went to buy French novels. You need to have about approximately A-level French to be able to read this book. It is about a girl who was sent at the age of 10 to a boarding school, and she didn't know why her parents wanted to get rid of her. Well, the mother told her in a letter that she wanted her daughters to be other than housewives. So, as I read the book, it becomes more interesting because every chapter is different. It is a very entertaining book. Well, later she inherited the business of her father, which is a factory of making silk. And the girls who worked for this factory were slaves. They had to slave every day in terrible conditions of work, and they were very lowly paid. So by the time by the time the girl has left school and inherited the factory, she was appalled to see that the factory in fact is a prison worse than the boarding school. She wanted to change society. And then there is a lot of people around her scheming for power because they were jealous of her being the director of the industry. And then what happened is that she was not happy. She wanted to be a socialist, and she went on to private evenings with the workers of her factory, and she made friends. Well, the story is very interesting because I wanted to know how would she defy the rules of her father and of those men around her who want power. How would she be able to make her factory become a socialist system? Because she wanted better conditions of work for the girls, and she imagined a system that would make everybody equal, and all the profits would be divided equally among all the workers. And then she fell in love, and she married a guy, and the guy was terrible after wedding because he wanted power over her and over the factory. And then he talks about the difficulties of her marriage, but then the war broke out. The First World War broke out and she was rid of her husband. And she immediately, as soon as her husband left to go on the front to battle for the country, well, as soon as this happened, she set up a system, a socialist system, where she put all the workers of her factory equal and become beneficial of all the gains of the factory. So this is in general what the book is about. But then I was curious to know what happens. Is she successful in building up a socialist system in the village and fulfill her dreams? Well, what is also beautiful about the book is the author describes her farm. She has a farm and she has animals and she has chickens and she has olive trees and she lived independently because the workers help her with the farm also. So they were independent and they were socialist. But the girl has a sister who was jealous of her, and then she wrote a letter to her husband telling that the girl has a lover, and the husband came back very angry. But then there was a very dramatic end, which I will not reveal, but leave it to you to read.